market valuation. Should we be using this as a consideration for what cryptocurrency to buy? Is it really just a popularity contest? Is it something that's really tangible that you can hold on to and say, this is why I'm buying this crypto? Everybody has to have a reason, but let's look at what is market valuation. The higher the market cap of cryptocurrency, the more dominant it is in the market. It's often regarded as the most important indicator of ranking cryptocurrencies. Market cap, how many dollars is it worth overall? Right now, Bitcoin, and probably in the foreseeable future, really has the biggest market capital. And of course, everybody, if you have a big, decent portfolio of cryptocurrency, almost everybody has something of Bitcoin in as part of that. For cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, the capitalization is the total value of all the coins that have been mined. You just count them all up, and that's how big it is. We call that the market capitalization or the valuation that we have. So really, that's a total dollar value of all shares of a company's stock. When we talk about stock, or in this case, we're talking about Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies, is the total value of all the different items produced in that same type of denomination, that same type of coin. So Bitcoin, you add up all the Bitcoin and boom, that is your market cap. The Ethereum, you add up all the Ether, which is the token coin of Ethereum. You take that, and that is the market valuation as soon as you put down a dollar figure. So in crypto, the market cap is calculated by multiplying the total number of coins that have been mined by the price of a single coin at any given mine. This is not a tough equation at all. It's pretty easy to figure out. It's a rough gauge of how stable an asset's likely to be. Conversely, digital currencies with smaller market caps are more susceptible to the whims of the market. You can see huge gains or dramatic losses a lot of times in the same day. Please go out and take a look at it. If you have one on your phone, if you have the different numbers you're watching on your phone, go in and watch some of the couple ones and track them. I've seen cryptocurrency be one price and then boom, it leaps in price. All of a sudden it jumps because somebody rolls into the market, and you know darn well they're putting $50 to $60 million into it in the morning, and boom, it skyrockets. Everybody thinks something's going to happen, and boom, 2 hours later, the price drops dramatically, primarily because somebody turned around and sold it. In my opinion, a large likelihood is the one that put a huge amount of money into the market. So you see these huge roller coasters, and if it's a smaller market cap, you're going to see a more volatile change in it. You can make a lot of money there. You can also lose a lot of money as well. Price is one way to measure cryptocurrency. Investors use the cap as a whole to tell a more complete story. Sometimes you look at the price of the coin and say, oh yeah, that's a great price, except for the fact, look how big it is, how big of a market, how big is the market cap. It can indicate the growth potential for cryptocurrency in comparison to others. Here's an example. Crypto A, 400,000 coins, all worth $1 a piece. Market cap's $400,000. Crypto B, 100,000 coins, $2 a piece. It's worth more. The coins are worth more, and the market cap's 200,000. Even though the individual coin price of Crypto B is higher than A, A's overall value is double that of Crypto B's. Pay attention to that, because it really starts talking about the aspect of not the price of the individual coin, but how much of the overall market is, and also talks about stability of it as we go through. Market cap equals the price of the coin times the circulating supply, or how many coins out there. Probably the most popular website to track market cap value of cryptocurrencies, a coin market cap. If you're interested and you want to start using this, put that on your phone and track it. It's a lot easier to do that as you go. But let's look on the 3 categories of market cap classes. First of all, you have the large cap cryptocurrencies. These are the big players on the block. The 2 biggest one by far is Bitcoin and Ethereum. They have market caps of more than $10 billion out there. They have a lower risk because they have a track record of growth and higher liquidity. Whenever you talk about the aspect of Bitcoin is going to have in 2024, then you have issues like Ethereum just changed from a proof of work to proof of stake. You have different things like that. The entire market all watches and they pause, waiting to see the dynamic effects it's going to have and the volatility, because that's what it's all about. Because they're so big, these large cap cryptocurrencies, the lower the risk, and they can have a higher volume of people cashing out without the price being hugely impacted because they're so physically big when it comes down to how much money is involved with it. Somebody can roll in with $60 million, and yeah, they'll put a dent in the market, but hardly anything compared to a small cap cryptocurrency. The mid cap cryptocurrencies, market valuation between 1 billion to 10 billion, they have a lot of upside potential, but higher risk. There's potential there. They're more popular. More people have poured money into them. So they're not the big players on the block, except for the fact that they really do have some say and some clout. And one person or even several people with significant amounts of money on the same day can't have as big of an impact as they do on the small caps, but it can have more of an impact than they will on your large cap ones. Small cap cryptocurrencies, they're small. They have market caps less than $1 billion. They have dramatic swings, except for the fact that if you have a good day, they can skyrocket in value. I've seen them change almost 250% in one day. And then the next day they drop 100% from what they were. You see these giant volatile aspects of it. And if you play your cards right, you could sit down there and capture one of them. If you're going to play in this market, make certain you have a good spread around, a good diverse portfolio in the process. Otherwise, you may get hammered really in the process in just one day. So the concept behind market cap really is the indicator of relevancy. It's subject to criticism. You're dealing with cryptocurrency. No matter what anybody has to say about crypto, crypto is probably one of the most volatile investments you could possibly make. And you got to pay attention to that. Yes, you can get rich in it. Yes, you can get poor in it. So cryptocurrency, a market cap, really more or less reflects the popularity over a coin over a long period of time. This really is a popularity contest, but in this case, it matters. There's 22,932 cryptocurrencies at the time of this recording. That's going to change next week or whatever it may be. But really only 8,200, and it just depends which one you go out taking a look. Right now, my research shows there's 8,200 plus that are active. I've read some 9,300. Somebody says 11,000 are active. By the time you're done, there's really about 8,200 cryptocurrencies active today. But who knows what will happen? Some of those other ones that have been inactive do phase in and out depending upon who knows what circumstances. But the reality is you have a big differentiation between what's active now and how many are no longer active. Yeah, it is a popularity contest on market cap. Large cap cryptos, they're considered to be safe crypto investments. If there's any crypto investment that is safe, investing in coins with large market caps, usually it's a conservative strategy. Most portfolios, you want to have a whole series of things. Realistically, if you're trying to do a really good investment portfolio, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and crypto, I would toss them all in and have it be part of your overall portfolio, but that's your choice. So these coins are less likely to be volatile on the large caps. And they really, to some extent, you treat them almost like traditional assets like stocks. Mid-cap cryptos, more volatile, but more growth potential. Large cap cryptos or small caps are volatile, high risk, but you always want to have some risky stuff if you have a large portfolio. They can crash literally from 1 minute to the next. Do thorough research before investing, consider all factors. Market cap doesn't say much about actual trading volumes, but check that coin market cap for the 24-hour trading volume. Here's the source material for this presentation. Market valuation, it's a popularity contest, but that does matter with an investment where many do not survive. The larger the market cap, the safer, but less chance for growth. This metric's always widely used, but the more information you have, it's always better. What is market valuation? It's a one way of assessing the crypto market, and it could be a really positive one, except for the fact everything in crypto is volatile. Take care.